there will be many seasons of your life where you feel like you're just surviving. You're just trying to make it through the day. And I've had many of these seasons. In 2015, when I got in a motorcycle accident that changed my life, I lost everything that was important to me. I lost a bike. I had to leave it in the impound yard because I couldn't afford to get it out. I lost a body. I couldn't work out. I could barely walk on my own. I had two broken hands. I couldn't even feed myself. And every single day I woke up, I felt like I was living in hell, like this reality. And I couldn't wait to wake up and then go back to sleep. Like just making it to the point that I could close my eyes and sleep through the night, which I wasn't really sleeping through the night because I was in so much pain, was a win to me. Just making it through the day. And then, 10 years later, starting my own business, I was forced out of my job basically to start my business, pushed out of the boat with less than $10 in my bank account, and taking on this type of season, right, with the survival after, the motorcycle accident and trying to survive starting my business with a wife and kids at home that have to eat, took so much of me. And this battle of, I can't master this whole entire thing right now. And I think this is where a lot of people crumble during this season, is because you try to like jump up the mountain or climb up the mountain in one step. You climb the mountain with each individual step and doing that well. And there's a scripture that I hung on to during these times. It's from Matthew 6:34. And it says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has trouble of its own." And my encouragement for any man in this season right now, or anybody in this season right now, is just win the day. Like, just win the day. Again, when I was, when I was laid up at my house, couldn't really walk, couldn't work, had no money, had no bike, which again was the most important thing to me during that time. Had two broken hands. Can I just make it to where I can close my eyes again? Like, can I just make it to where I'm going to go back to sleep? Was the win for me in that day. And I made it through that season that, here I am, right? I survived that season. And that was the key for me. And then again, during the business, building the business, I had never done this before. Brand new entrepreneur, no mentorship, no family that's an entrepreneur. Like, how do I do this? And I'm thinking, how are we going to make enough money 6 months from now, a year from now? How am I going to do this for the rest of my life? It is crippling to think about the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years, and beyond. Like, are we going to have retirement? Like, hang on. We have no money. My wife and I had no money. But if I just make enough money today that came out of my account and bills, we kept our head above water, right? We're surviving, okay? And if any money didn't come out, thank God, right? So I just started with the smallest step of winning the day. And I've been winning the day for the past 3 years. It's crazy how the compounding effect of doing the day well, because it's really all you have, right? Like, tomorrow's not promised. I know it sounds cliche, but it's truly not promised. So I would argue for myself, and this is what I came to the conclusion as, is that if I do this day, do not worry about tomorrow, worry about today. Tomorrow will have trouble of its own. Tomorrow will have the problem you have to solve, right? It was, when I got in the accident was, the road rash healing and it not sticking to the bed anymore, or, getting a cast off and, my thumb hurting or my hand hurting from moving it when I'm not supposed to. Like, there was always a new trouble or a new battle in tomorrow. And, there was always another bill that came out when I was starting my business, or, something was always due, or something was always arising the next day. But if I worry about tomorrow's problem today, I don't win today, and I don't squeeze all the juice out of today. And I've taken this concept with everything in my life, right? I would argue that, you know, if I do these videos, each individual video well, my subscriber count will grow, and my influence will grow. But I'm not focused on 100,000 subscribers. I'm focused on doing this video well. I would argue that if I'm a good dad today, right, I do everything I can to pour into my children today. My son's 4, and when he's 16, that 16 will take care of itself, right? That 12 years is going to take care of itself if I squeeze the juice out of every single day. You know, if I give my wife everything I have today, I would argue that the next 50 years of marriage, or however long we live, will take care of itself. So if you're in a season where you're just surviving, just know you're not alone. I've been there, and I know so many other people with the men that I work with are there right now. But watch this. Can you focus on winning the day? Like, just make it through the day, bro. Because if you try to conquer tomorrow when you have lack of resources, lack of energy, lack of inspiration, lack of money, lack of knowledge, lack of time, you're trying to tackle a problem you're not yet ready for. When if you just focused on winning today and focusing on squeezing all the juice out of today and doing today well, that 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years takes care of itself. So if you need somebody to talk to, my email is in the description. There's also a free men's group in the description as well. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link in there where you can apply. Like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.